Hey everyone, it's Zach from Apps Delivered, and today I'm excited to present another weekly hierarchy showcase. This week, I'm going to be showing off a Tier 3 ticket review process that you can create with smart issue templates for Jira Cloud that can be found on the Atlassian Marketplace. So for those of you who don't know what smart issue templates for Jira Cloud is, it allows you to create issue templates in Jira and hierarchies. The hierarchies feature is what we'll be using today to actually create this tier 3 ticket review process. And for those of you who don't know what a hierarchy is basically a set of related issues, be it epics, stories, tasks, or subtasks that form a related process that you can then apply with one click and create issues across multiple different projects and assign these issues to multiple different users. So I'm excited to get right into it. Let's do this. All right, so we are in the Manage Hierarchy screen. To access this Tier 3 ticket review process, you can click Set Pre-installed, click this drop down. It will be there very soon. These are basically our pre-installed, pre-configured hierarchies out of the box when you download Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. If you go to our documentation, you'll also be able to download a file and then import it into your Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud app, your Jira Cloud instance, and access it that way. So I'm going to go to page 2. I'm going to click Tier 3 Ticket Review Process. Here's that screen I was just in the intro, and I'm going to click Edit. So as you can see here, we have lots of different users actually interacting with this Tier 3 Ticket Review process. So we'll go through a little bit of those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 users, and then 1 text variables. So variables in Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud are basically pre-filled values that you can reference across all these different issues that you're creating in Jira when you click apply this hierarchy. So I'll show you those as we scroll down below. But who's going to be interacting with this process? We have a help desk coordinator, a tier 3 support analyst, tier 3 team lead, tier 3 support engineer, customer service rep, IT support manager. And then we have that ticket key. So every time we create this process, the user is going to be prompted to type in the actual ticket key as well of this ticket that is the tier 3 ticket. And all of these users here, easily flexible. I can drop this down, change them. Looks like we have a duplicate. I can change this to myself. There we go. Change this to somebody else. Easy peasy. Just change all your user variables here. So these are entirely flexible. Now, if I scroll down, we can see some of the issues that are actually created every time I click apply, every time I apply this hierarchy. Okay, so we have tier 3 ticket identification and categorization. So we have a story with 3 subtasks, ticket routing, initial assessment, ticket prioritization. Scroll down here, solution implementation and monitoring. We have implement solution, follow-up and monitoring, documentation and knowledge sharing, etc. Just know every time I click apply, every single one of these issues is going to be created. So we're saving ourselves a lot of manual work here by using hierarchies and Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. All you have to do is click apply, create all of these issues, assign them just in our project here, the cloud team. You can drop this down, choose any Jira project you want, and you can also create these issues in multiple different projects if you'd like as well. If I click into ticket routing, you'll see we have a description here that you can access. So every time you create these issues, this description will be in there. We have the summary and then that ticket key variable that we talked about before. So every time this issue is created, it's going to have that ticket key inside of it. And we have our assignee, which is the help desk coordinator, and we've set that to be high. So this is all a template. All these fields are templates here every time this issue is created via the hierarchy. Help desk coordinator, that looks to be Argeline here. If I click into any one of these as well, you'll see a description. You'll see that ticket key again. You'll see an assignee. You'll see the priority, etc. So every one of these issues here has an assignee. So when I click apply, all these issues are going to be created and assigned to our users on the right here. Now, if I wanted to try to generate all of these issues with AI, generate this hierarchy with AI, I would just click this button right here, say, generate me a tier 3 ticket review process, and the AI would do its best to create all of the issues here that you see. If I wanted to add another node, aka another issue, I just click add node. I could do that, add a child node as well if I want to add some subtasks as well. And I think that is all I want to show here on the edit hierarchy screen. Now what I'm going to do is show you what it looks like to actually apply this hierarchy. and then track this hierarchy and then set some enterprise level permissions, and we will close out. So I'll be right back. We are back inside our traditional hierarchy screen here. Now we are going to apply this hierarchy. So I'm going to click apply. As you can see, we have all those variables that we looked at before for our users. I'll scroll down here and we have that ticket key. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the ticket key. And we will say that I will be the IT support manager in this scenario. So you can change all these variables from this screen as well. So I got to click enter here. There we go. We have our ticket key. I changed that variable and I'll just click confirm and we'll create all of our issues and assign them to all of our different user variables. All right, so all of those issues have been created and you will see this one up here in the view applied history. I will click this button. And there we have it. All of our issues have been created. I can drop this down, see all of those issues there. And I'll walk you through a little bit about some of these columns. All right, so we have obviously the name of that hierarchy. We have our summary, which is basically the name of the issue, last activity, so when it was created. We have progress here. So as I start transitioning these issues across the board, changing their statuses, these progress bars will fill out. You can also see the status right here. And you can also see the issue key if you want to click directly in to that issue and track it that way as well. So after you apply the hierarchy, you can track it really easily from the applied history screen. And this is particularly helpful if I'm creating these issues across multiple different projects. In this process, we're just creating these issues in one project. Now, if you check some of our other videos, we've created issues before across, 5 different projects. So instead of having to go through all these different projects, click through all these different screens, you can go right into the applied history here and track this process that you've just created in one screen. Now, if I wanted to duplicate the tier 3 ticket review process, I just click duplicate. I can add a scheduler. For this one, it wouldn't really be running on a schedule, but if I had like a sprint review, I could do weekly. So every single week, this hierarchy is scheduled and these issues get created on a schedule. Now, if I wanted to copy this link, share it to somebody else who has Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud, I can do that as well. I can export it to download the file, re-import it into another cloud instance, and I can also add it to a folder here as well. So I think that's all I want to show in terms of the applied history screen. Now I'm going to show how we can set some enterprise level permissions on this hierarchy, and we will close out. Okay, so we are back inside the manage hierarchy screen. We have our tier 3 ticket review process. Now we're going to set some permissions. So I will just click this button right here, open this, pick some users. Okay, so we dropped up right here. We'll say Farah can, let's say, edit, apply, and view this hierarchy. We will say Huzam here can just view the hierarchy. And we will then say Greg can also just view the hierarchy. So we've decided what these actual users can do regarding this hierarchy. And all I have to do is click save. And there you have it. We've set our permissions for this hierarchy. So we've created the hierarchy. We've applied it, and then we've set some permissions. Now, it's important to note that the permissions that you set in Jira Cloud are typically going to actually override these hierarchies here. And then the permissions that you set in the Manage Smart Issue Templates app page are also going to override it. So these are some pretty low level permissions, really easy to set. But just know that permissions in some other places of Jira Cloud are going to override them. So like I said, just keep that in mind. But I think that's all I want to show. Definitely check out our past videos of some of the other processes you can create with Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. It really turns Jira Cloud into a business process automation tool, really pushes towards that work management use case that Atlassian is going for at the moment. And you can try Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud by clicking the link in the description. You'll get a free 30-day trial. And I'd also be happy to get some feedback from you and talk you through setting up the app as well. You can contact me on LinkedIn via email. You'll be able to find me. So thank you very much. I'm Zach from Apps Delivered, and I will see you in the next one.